Hi, Bill here. I am probably somewhere you might recognize if you've watched my channel for any amount of time. I am at Yellow Creek State Park, where I came 2 or 3 times last year, later on in summer and early fall, that I showed you. And another one of these little cabins, that are really cool, just little one-room cabins. I've got the kayak with me on the car there, and actually, that cabin right there is the one that I was in every time I was here last year. So this one's pretty much the same. They're all pretty much the same. So it's nice and quiet and private. As you can see, there's a nice little porch with the picnic table. And they're calling for thunder showers, of course. I'm going to be here till Tuesday. This is Sunday afternoon. I'm going to be here till Tuesday morning. They're basically calling for thunder showers every day. Surprise. Every time I go camping. And I showed you guys these last year, the little sort of fire area with the benches and fire pit, and just a little walk down to the lake. There's somebody going out fishing or something, and just a small little lake. I brought the kayak, and I can even just sit right here and fish, and it's nice and shady right here, right along the water here. I got the trees to shade me, so it's pretty warm out today. It's up in the 80s, but it's really humid, and a little thunder shower just went through. But as you can see, it's like private, and don't get freaked out by all the weeds. They have this mowed down really nice, and you know me, I'm all sprayed down. I got all my clothes pre-treated. Even these sandals I have on are sprayed down with permethrin, and I just sprayed down my looks like somebody's dog tag. Just sprayed down my skin. I got shorts on. It's too hot out to wear long pants and tuck them into socks and all that stuff. I just sprayed down with cedar oil spray, which is natural, no chemicals, non-toxic, and that's what I do. It's better than nothing as far as my skin, whenever I'm out in the heat like this. And just thought I'd check in quick and tell everybody what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload these videos or not. There's a little bit of cell service here, but I don't want to use up my data for one thing. I did turn down the settings on this picture quality a little bit, just so the files aren't too huge. I thought maybe I'll just upload this real quick. I've only got about 3 minutes here, so maybe this one I can upload when I go up to town for some ice, and I gotta go get some firewood and some ice and odds and ends. It's only about 2 miles up the road to a little camp store, and so I'm here and chillaxing. I did bring my school books to do some reading and get ready for tests that will be later in the week, and stuff like that. So I might do a little bit of that here, especially if it pours down rain. Of course, I can kayak in the rain as long as it's not lightning. So quick check-in, and hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Well, it's my first afternoon here camping at the cottage on the lake, and I'm out on the kayak, and kind of hard to show it. I don't want to drop my phone in the water. Fishing kayak, and yeah, I'm just chilling out here. I didn't go too far away from the cabin because it's kind of been rumbling around, rolling around a little bit with thunder, and just kind of feeling like it could storm. It's like feels like the calm before the storm. There's like not a lick of wind. So I've been just paddling around, fishing a little bit, and it's so humid and so hot and still that I'm uncomfortable. I like cooler, lower humidity weather, but I'm not complaining. I'm glad I'm out here doing this, and just managed to get to a point in my schoolwork where I saw that I would have a little window of opportunity to do this and come out for a couple days and maybe still do some reading and getting prepared for the rest of the week. For the most part, my tests are later in the week, usually like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think because these MBA degrees, a lot of people are kind of doing that on the side, in addition to working a day job during the week. And so these professors usually have the tests later in the week, so I figured I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to come up here and just relax. And haven't done anything yet this year. This is the first thing I've done. This is the first time the kayak's been out. My motorcycle hasn't moved in 2 years, as you all know. First time camping for the year, and I was looking forward to doing a little bit more camping this year, but I got busy with schoolwork in between that and finances and dealing with Lyme disease and everything. It just didn't happen. So I finally, at the urging of somebody close to me, told me to stop trying to get A's in all my classes and go enjoy myself. So that's what I'm doing. And I don't know if there's a little bit of pollen going on or what. I got a little bit of something going on in my upper chest. And I don't know if it's the trees putting off pollen now or what. But anyhow, just figured I would check in quick and show you that I'm out here on the kayak having a blast and just chillaxing. Well, I'm back from kayaking. Had a good time doing that. Real relaxing time, and it's still really hot out here. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I wanted to grill tonight. It's so hot, I'm staying away from it. It's too hot to light a big wood fire and wait for that. So I lit some charcoal in the little fire pit here, and I'm actually cooking some of my favorite things. I don't know if I can show that. We've got onions, zucchini, yellow and red bell peppers. I forgot to buy mushrooms, and I have some real lean grass-fed beef. I don't eat red meat a whole lot, but I decided I'm gonna have some burgers on the fire out here with all these veggies. So I love grilling, eating veggies when I'm out here like this. As you can see, the sweat's just running off of me. I've been wearing a headband. I took it off. It's laying here because it keeps getting in my eyes. And there's not much wind going on. It's just very still and hot and humid. But I'm glad to be out here anyhow. Look at this. I mean, can't get much better than this. Sitting right here as the sun's about to go down over there. I just pull my kayak right up to the bank here, and literally, I don't know, 25, 30 feet from where I'm sitting here. That's pretty cool, to have this where I can just yank the kayak off the roof of that car and throw it in, drag it down through the grass here and put it in the lake, and as you can hear the birds going. I am better tend to this food. It's starting to need to get turned, so I will talk to you in a little while. Hi again. I don't know if I updated y'all on anything since last night. I think the last night I recorded something, I was grilling on the fire, and I made enough veggies and a few patties for several people, and so I got some leftovers to have tonight. Yeah, I just like to grill all those peppers and onions and zucchini and a little bit of meat to go with it, and then I basically put it on a plate and cover it with salsa. That was my dinner last night, and then I've been also making some mountain pies, and I don't know if y'all know what that is. It's kind of like a toasted sandwich made on the fire in a little cast iron sandwich maker. We got some Udi's gluten-free, multi-seed, multi-grain, bread, and I don't use pizza sauce that's going to have who knows what, high fructose corn syrup. I use salsa, and but I did put a couple little pieces of pepperoni and a little bit of mozzarella cheese in there. That's the first anything like that I've had in ages, and like since last year when I was here. And so I've had a couple of those. I actually just made one, just kind of holding the mountain pie maker on the little cooker I have, because it's too darn hot out to cook over a fire. So last night I did manage to have a fire after it got dark enough out to cool off a little bit, and I stayed far enough away from it that it wasn't making me hot, just to have one to, I like to smell a campfire, I like to sit by one, and so I did that for, I don't know, a couple hours last night, and I'm trying to soak up the sweat here. And I got the same shirt on again, because there's no point in putting a clean shirt on. It's like 90 here today, and super humid, and it hasn't rained, so it hasn't done anything to cool it off. And so I had an okay night's sleep. Obviously there's no air conditioning in these little cottages, so I had all the windows open, and there is a ceiling fan. I had it on, trying to cool me off last night, and woke up to the birds, this morning, and so whatever time that was, 5:30 or so, and so the birds were going nuts and woke me up, and I don't think I got to sleep till about 12:30 or so. So I got up and shut all the windows and tried to go back to sleep for a little bit, and that didn't work too much. So I ended up finally, waking up and making some tea and getting my, tinctures and some of the stuff that I take, and just kind of chilling and listening to some podcasts. And I did manage to have enough cell service on this phone to listen to some audio podcasts. I listened to R.C. Sproul and John MacArthur and one or two, and Ravi Zacharias just about every day. And so I did that, and then I got up and I thought, I'm going to go out in the kayak before it gets too stinking hot out. So I did that, and right there it is, moored there, right behind me. And I don't know what time it was, probably about 8:30 or so by the time. And I thought, well, I'm just going to grab a bar and a bottle of water and get out there. I'll make breakfast when I come back. So I did that and went for a couple hours fishing and rowing around, and then it started getting too hot for me, and it was hard to find anywhere to get in the shade. So I came back and made some breakfast, and I've just been kind of chilling all day because it's got so hot out. I can't even stand to have a hat on because it holds heat in your head. So I've got this bandana on, and I've did that yesterday too. I was wringing it out with sweat. I'm one of those people that sweats a lot, so I'm sweating like crazy in this weather, and there's hardly any breeze going to cool it off. So I'm one of those persons, I've always said I feel the temperature 15 degrees warmer than everybody else, so this is miserable for me. So I want to get back out in the kayak, but I'm waiting to see if it would either rain or maybe just get out here right before dark, and when it hopefully cools off a little bit. And so I've just been kind of chilling here today, just relaxing, listening to the radio, reading a little bit, reading my Bible a little bit. I did read some physical textbooks a little bit, and you know, I figured I would do a little bit of that, and I just been relaxing, and I actually got so hot once that there's like water pumps here that are, you know, well water. It's cold water. I literally soaked this shirt down, and it was freezing, and I put it back on me, and it felt good, and it's completely dry now, and that was just half an hour ago. These, you know, fishing shirts dry out quick, but I've been trying to keep the sweat out of my eyes all day, and so that's what's been going on here. And figured I would just, I tried uploading that one little video when I got here yesterday, and there's just not enough cell connection here to do that, you know, and I just don't want to use up my data. I only have 2 gig plan for like $60 a month, so because I refuse to have a $100 phone bill, and and so I will probably just wait till I get home and kind of throw all these together into one, you know, vlog. I think that's pretty much, I think, what I ended up doing last year, just, you know, throwing them all together into one and putting it up there. And so that's what I'm doing here, just sitting in the shade, either wishing it would rain on me, or or wishing, you know, a little bit more of a breeze would cool it off a little bit, and that's not happening. But it is supposed to rain during the night, and I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Got to be out of here by 10. Got to check out of here by 10. So, you know, this is my last night here. Well, I was only here 2 nights, so there's a little lick of breeze. That feels good. And I think I hear a little bit of thunder in the distance. So that's what's going on here, and no fire anytime soon. It's way too hot out for that. Maybe, you know, if it doesn't thunder shower tonight, I'll have a fire after dark. And yeah, I really enjoy sitting by a campfire. It's one of the things I've always enjoyed. And but, you know, like I said, I just hate heat. This is kicking my butt. It makes me I don't know, almost get like confused, like I'm getting heat stroke or something like that. Like if I go to Florida, I'm gonna get heat stroke. But even around here, when it gets humid like this, it bothers me, and I just don't feel good, you know. And I've been drinking all kinds of lemon water and, you know, vitamin C and taking minerals and stuff all day, you know, because I'm sweating it out. And it's kind of funny because I came here, you know, to relax and get away. Well, when I do that, I don't have a way of doing most of the detox therapies that I do for my Lyme disease, whether it's coffee the non-traditional way or you know, detox baths and, you know, different things like that, sauna and whatever. Well, apparently God gave me a sauna, because that's what's going on here right now. I've been sweating like crazy, and I know when I'm toxic, when I need to detox, I can smell some pretty, let's just say, some pretty interesting smells coming out of me. And not just, you know, BO, there's just, you know, and that's interesting. That hasn't happened to me for a while, so I'm wondering, you know, what that indicates. Like, am I still killing stuff off, you know, and then it's backing up and it needs to detox out of me, and so I'm sweating it out, you know, and I'm getting whiffs of it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of chillaxing in the shade, and yeah, that's definitely thunder. And I'll stand out in it. If it rains, it'll feel good. I've been, like I said, just sweating all day. So that's my update for now, and I will talk to you later. Well, I didn't get the kayak back out. Last time I was on here, there was some thunder brewing over there, and for the last couple hours, there's been thunderstorms. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not. On the other side of the lake there's been these storms brewing right over there, and it really got really windy here. There was like waves crashing on here, so I pulled the kayak out and drug it up near the car and called it. I'm going to be, you know, slowly packing up some stuff and throwing that on the roof, just in case we really get some storms. And it's supposed to rain a lot during the night and into tomorrow morning, so I don't want to be packing up in the pouring down rain. So and it's just too hot out. It didn't rain, so it didn't cool it off for me. I'm still sweating like crazy. I just soaked this shirt again to try to cool off, just sitting here in the shade. There's very little breeze going to cool it off, so I'll go back out sometime. You know, this week it's supposed to get lower humidity and cooler and sunny and some nice weather for me. So, but it is what it is. You know, I got out last evening for a couple hours, and I got out this morning for a couple hours, so I got out a little bit. And so I'm just chilling here and listening to the birds and you know, relaxing. And you know, my Lyme symptoms have been behaving themselves for the most part. I've been, other than the heat, you know, bothering me, I didn't have that bad of a morning. I was kind of glad that I was able to get up and get going and get out in the kayak by 8:30 or so. Normally that's not going to happen for me most mornings, getting up that early, and so I was glad for that. And but you know, other than that, I'm feeling okay for the most part these days. I won't give a full-blown Lyme update here. I'm just gonna, you know, not make this too long and shove some of these videos together showing you what I did you know, the last couple days, just to try to get away and, you know, sort of get a break from schoolwork and you know, just kind of get away from it all, you know, just kind of stop dwelling on, you know, Lyme and different things. I just wanted to kind of distract myself and from that and get away. And I'm sure some of you know the feeling. You know, we can maybe sometimes do too much thinking about it and dwelling on it, and I have to occasionally distract myself and get out and do stuff like this kind of stuff I like doing. And you know, I've been so busy with schoolwork that I haven't been able to do much of this year, but I you know, I got a few weeks left in this semester, and then I'll have a few weeks off, so maybe I can do more of this, hopefully when it cools off a little bit more. So I don't know if I'll jump back on here or not. I might tonight, maybe show the fire or something if it cools off finally enough to have a fire. So talk to you soon. Hi, Bill here. I'm back from camping. I just wanted to kind of tack this on here at the end, saying I had a real good time, and you know, I tried to push myself to do something that I hadn't done in quite a while, and it went pretty well. And I had a good time, and I would encourage anybody that's, you know, struggling with chronic illnesses to kind of push the envelope a little bit, you know, every now and then, and within reason. You know, last year around this time, I, you know, was feeling pretty rough and went on a couple of these camping expeditions, I guess you could say, and you know, I kind of paid for it. And this time around, this is my first camping trip that I did this year, and I'm feeling okay. I'm you know, so far not paying for it, and you know, it's one of those things. Everybody's different. You know, you have to kind of test the limits of where you're at within, you know, and not push it too far. I know you know, we can overdo it. You know, us Lymies can overdo it, and I just wanted to encourage anybody that's out there that is, you know, it's been a long time since they did the things that they like to do, and because I know the feeling, and just to have hope, you know, that you will get better, and you will be able to do the things you like to do. You know, it's only a matter of time, and you know, it's been a long journey for me, but I'm getting there, and I'm just having the I don't know what you want to call it, you know, the perseverance, I guess you could say, to you know, keep treating and keep, you know, trying your best to do all the things, you know, you need to do to get better. And then, you know, in time it comes, you know, where you gradually start feeling better and you can gradually start doing the things you love to do. And that's where I'm at right now. And so I just want to kind of put that out there as an encouragement to anybody, you know, that is still in the thick of things, you know, in the really struggling, that there is hope that you can finally get to the point where, you know, you're feeling a little bit better and you can do the things you love to do. And when you do that, then, you know, you want to do more, you know, but you have to be careful that you don't overdo it, you know. And we've all, you know, at least I know I've made that, you know, mistake before, you know, overdoing it. But so far so good with this little camping trip expedition that I did, and I'm feeling okay tonight. And just want to encourage anybody, you know, that's out there that, you know, you will get to the point where you can do the things you love to do. And I will end it with that.